Give us
Well,
so
now,
much
not
more.
fair.
now you were warned, and then you're all too much talking about like don't warn us, and now we're already on. So, hi, how you doing?
Hi.
Welcome to another well-coordinated session of Blades in the Dark here
Oh
on
my
the
god.
High Shelf Gaming Twitch channel.
We talk so much about how we're about to start before we start that we might as well.
Yeah, they just lose track of the fact it's like, oh wait, we're supposed to like play the game, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's a game? What?
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Actually, there's like
We're gonna go break bread with a vampire. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be the best.
dice
That's right.
buttons. There's something that happens here. I don't know what it is.
Do we play a
Yeah.
game or something? Is that what-
Yeah, let me do two quick things real quick announcement wise. So this is High Shelf Gaming. Obviously, we are a actual play Twitch stream and a podcast. Last night we recorded our first episode in like months. I was so underwater that I had to like pause the whole
Yay.
podcast thing. Last night we recorded with folks from Gen Con, and they're going to explain in small words what Gen Con Online is going to be like. And I am so pumped to get that episode out. I've already started editing it and cleaning it up and everything like that. We're going to get it out as soon as we can to talk about Gen Con Online straight from the horse's mouth. And that's going to be really cool.
Can you say who the guest was?
Yeah, it was. Let me check my show notes because there was a couple of guests.
Awesome.
Yeah,
That is super, super awesome that
Yeah.
that happened.
Yeah, we had Derek and Dominic. Derek is
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, Derek is the senior event and program manager. Dominic is the event coordinator. And they were both super nice and really like Gen Con has thought all this stuff out. Like I was
Yeah.
talking like, what about this? What about this? What about that? And like they had an answer for everything. It was like,
Mhm.
all right, I'm feeling good. I can't wait till the episode gets out.
2 reps from Gen
That's
Con,
super.
names D and D.
Yeah.
Coincidence?
No, not so
Hmm.
much. Not so much.
No, Dominic and Derek are good guys, and I'm glad that they were able to be on the podcast. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. I was kind of worried that it wasn't going to happen because they said, well, we have to check in with some folks. And I was like, oh, whenever there's a check-in, that's always a path for no, but it worked out really well. And so that will
Sweet.
come out either, I'm trying to work on it as fast as I can. So maybe towards the end of this week or maybe this weekend, but I definitely want to get it out kind of as ASAP.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
I think a lot of people are like, what is this going to be like? And they have some like published material, but not a lot. So this will be really good to get out. And then the other thing is I think we have a Cyberpunk game this weekend coming, and our Talsorian reached out to us. They want us to help host some of their Gen Con online seminars.
Oh,
Yeah. So we're
sweet.
going to be involved with that. And also for Gen Con Online, we're going to be doing stuff with the Super Robo Rally crew. So lots of cool stuff happening around Gen Con Online here on this channel.
Yay.
Like, link, and subscribe.
Also, other than that, there will be DMs from the HSG community running stuff at Gen Con Online as well.
Yes, we have a lot of events already in. We had to, of course, make some adjustments. There's going to be some new events. There's going to be some of the events carrying forward. And we will be continuing to add to the registrar kind of as we can. The nice thing about Gen Con Online is they don't really care about the duration of the event anymore. So like we can all just kind of run exactly what we want for as long as we like, and it'll be all good. So I'm looking forward to it. I really am. And so, keep a lookout, folks. We're going to keep announcing new things, and it'll all be great.
Nice.
But Mike, I'm going to turn it back over to you to put us back into Duskfall, dealing with all this that we've made for ourselves.
All this, but not the real all this. The
Right,
other all
yeah, no,
this.
the fake all this in Duskfall with the lightning walls and the
Yes.
demons. The ghosts.
Duskfall, the city where it's perpetually night. Oceans are full of black ink with stars in it. Surrounded by the wall of lightning to keep all the angry ghosts out from slaughtering everyone. So, where
Yay.
y'all are the Faceless, the crew of shadows, spies, and saboteurs.
That's what we
Supposedly.
are.
Yeah, on paper, that's what it says you're supposed to be, yeah. Y'all have been bouncing around the city, doing some stuff, finding out some things, being followed by weird little mechanical cats with, like, glass globes for heads and, like, drowning people and bad guys and
I
stealing
don't know what
things.
you're talking about. We weren't there for that.
Yeah.
No, that didn't happen at all. It certainly has nothing to do with, our for a player who is unable to attend tonight. So we are without
What?
Milos, played by Ethan. So certainly
all good.
not getting
Everything's
involved in
fine.
anything creepy, deep underwater, involving a
Water.
giant eye and tentacles.
No.
Yes. Yeah. So I think I
Times.
forgot to have everybody go around and like introduce their characters last time, and fight the urge to point and say, "Hey, Casey, why don't you tell us about Griffith?"
How y'all doing? My name is Casey. I play the character Griffiths, aka Ghost. Um, Usually he likes hunting the most dangerous game, but it seems like he's now being the one hunted, and he would like this to not happen ever again.
A little bit of feeling what it's like, huh?
Yeah,
Get that
not fun.
little TikTok sensation that's like those three
just
demonic scars on your arms keep healing up and like
just like
reducing the time you have left. Yes. Oh, all good. I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah.
it'll be
So
fine.
yeah, Katrina, how about you tell us about Maribel?
Sure. I'm Katrina and I play Maribel the Slide. She is the leader of the group. And she likes to collect secrets, especially other people's. So
Mhm. Yeah, she has a lot of them, and I think those are keeping us alive, or maybe they're getting us into new trouble.
and this trouble, the trouble of the last 2-3 sessions has been Casey, not Maribel.
What?
Not Maribel.
I mean, she's not wrong, but
But why were we in the Lampblack's place to begin with? Oh yeah, we blew them up. Why? Because we knew the guy. Why do we know the guy? Maribel.
Different reasons.
man, that's
Everyone
like
knows
6
Plaza
degrees
Boss.
of Kevin Bacon right there. If
Yeah.
that's not 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon,
Uh-uh.
I don't know what
Mm-mm.
is.
You're not pinning this shit on me. This is all Ghost.
You can't blame the entire campaign on Maribel's friend lists.
We've been doing a great
That's-
job of it so far.
We
quite
have.
It's like
frankly.
it's been a good jumping off point, but I think I've firmly taken that torch
Mhm.
right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's become the solid recurring joke, but yes. So, David, how about Ulm?
Yeah, empty ohm or sticks, as they're known in the when they're on the job with their face mask. Sticks is Takarosi, so half demon or part demon, and they are the leech of the group, so the saboteur, the tinkerer, and yeah, I think little bit of a tinkerer, failed inventor, and trying to make a new life for themselves with this crew. And it's working out really well for them because everybody seems to take good care of Ohm, and Ohm is blissfully unaware that everybody's putting so much effort into giving Ohm what Ohm needs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Almost like that little brother that you never have that you just want to take care of, and Griffiths is like, his mama asked me to take care of him. Damn it,
Yep.
I gotta take care of him.
Yep. And Ohm has no clue that there are favors being doled out to them every day.
I know these people just like hang out. That's just what they do.
Yeah,
I don't know.
they bring me tea. I don't know.
Could be
Yes.
anything.
Not quite like
That is it. Maribel is just your friend. That's all there is to it.
That's right. Maribel's not getting anything out of this relationship at all, like access to powerful people or anything along those lines.
Just gonna, just hold those reins to Ohm's technical prowess.
Yeah, Jagos, if you're confused about how favors work with Ohm, that's good because I think we are all still a little murky on that one, and we will wait to see when someone comes to collect a favor that they've given to Ohm, what exactly Ohm does with that. That'll be a good day.
Mental note: more visits from Cinder. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, might have a new patron soon. So
Oh yeah. So where are we again right now? Like what do we I know what we're about to do, but I don't
So
know
I think
where we are right now.
when we last kind of covered stuff, you guys were kind of back at the home office, back there in like
that's what we refer to it to
The home
as
HQ.
the home office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There in what used to be your shop when you were like a shopkeep at home.
Yeah.
And now it's like kind of boarded up. It got pretty smashed up way back kind of before the campaign really started. I know Milos was doing some cleanup and organization work there because everybody's got kind of like their little cubby hole so they can sleep there and stuff like that. But I know that last time, Maribel, you sent like a request for invitation card off to Skurlock Manor. And we did get a response back saying, yes, here, we'll schedule you for 15 minutes. So it's like, probably like that came at like late evening and like the time on it is like, early afternoon, right? Like, so yeah, like 9 o'clock at night, you get a card back that says, yes, you have a window from like 1:15 to 1:30 tomorrow afternoon.
Yes. That is something that we'll need to prepare for and make sure that everyone that is going is versed on the politeness policy and etiquette and how everyone should act while we are at this thing.
Meanwhile, I'm
That
sure like
is-
Griffith is sitting there in his head doing the math, like if there's 93 hours before the scars heal, that's this much more off. Like,
Yep.
like yeah,
Just
yeah,
like
it's like time's
right,
wasted. Like,
politeness, absolutely.
You don't have to go.
No, I want to go. You have my word on my
Mm.
great grandmother's grave, and that means a lot. I will be on my best behavior.
She was a very nice woman.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at is your great grandmother dead?
Yeah, she is.
Okay.
She made the best biscuits.
They
Good
were
to
good
know.
biscuits.
I apologize for your loss then.
she said something last week. I mean, she's dead, but she's also like not. Never mind.
It's weird. It's a
Tycho
Tycho-Rossi thing.
I swear on her grave, which is purchased in advance and already occupied, but
But
She doesn't like to talk about it.
wibbly wobbly time.
I mean, if you want to talk to her, Maribel, I mean, I can do a ritual real quick, and we could probably get her here.
That worked so well for you the first time.
So what do we bring to a vampire?
I don't think we're going to
Flowers,
bring
bottle of
anything
wine.
to him.
Okay.
I think anything that we would bring to him would be seen as just fancy. Like, we're not going to be able to bring anything that he needs or wants, except for the masks.
I have that jar of altered demon blood. I could bring a portion of that.
I think he's gonna want just a portion, my dear cousin.
Just wonder if he's already got stuff like that. I'm concerned about taking a mask if that is what he wants. If he is wanting something from us and that is it, I'm concerned about having that there.
So should we go without our masks?
Well, I sent the card as Maribel.
Okay.
So
then it goes
under
in the
my
drawer.
under my persona. So
did we see out of character? We saw the mechanical cat thing kind of near our hideout, right?
I don't know about near your hideout. You saw it in Crow's Foot. You've seen it in Silk Shore. It made it. You followed it all the way across to Six Towers.
Okay.
Where it like
Okay.
it's small and skinny enough. It just like kind of like ran between the bars of the gate out front of Skurlock Manor.
Sure. Okay. Then I'll strike that line of thinking. What is the decorum? What is the politeness that we need to learn between now and then?
Simply that we're going to just be. We're not going to be able to strong arm this situation. So politeness. You're putting Heather on the spot and she don't like it.
You explained to Ohm.
Yeah, Maribel's going to
takes-
explain.
Ohm takes big notes with arrows linking to things as you like do
I mean,
callbacks.
because I do think, that Maribel would be like, this is how, if we're getting into it, this is how you hold your tea, and this is how you do this thing. Like, I think it's stuff that Maribel knows that she would pass on. Like,
Mhm.
yeah.
Here's
And
the
then
15
at one
minute-
point, there's definitely that thought of none of this shit's gonna stick with either of these guys, but that's okay. Has noticed.
Yeah, and Ohm like tears off the sheet of paper and like neatly folds it and puts it in their pocket so that they can refer to it.
Just study it. Oh yeah. Mainly we're just going to not need to appear threatening at all. Because I believe he can squash us like bugs.
He has shark teeth. That's kind of threatening.
I more so in that I'm gonna brandish a gun or weapon at you, sort of threatening. There's nothing that we can use against this gentleman.
Right.
So remember that he has all of the power in the situation that we will be in.
So leave the axe gun here.
I think you do hear Hutch like in the kitchen. He's like, Roth likes brandy.
Good to know. Thank
Like,
you.
just gonna-
Thanks, Hutch. Thank you so much.
You know, I don't want to get
Anything
rid
else
of
you'd like to enlighten us with?
Didn't Demas have some brandy? Should we bring that?
Oh, down in the basement, he's got like loads of the stuff. Goat carts of the stuff. I had to fight something truckload.
Ohm like kind of pivots to Maribel. I don't think that Demas would mind if we took some.
No, that'd be fine.
Looks
Yeah.
over at Ghost. I'm gonna take 2, and then like goes to get some. I'm gonna
Yeah.
stash one of them in my desk.
I mean, he just keeps getting them. Like, he's probably keeps getting them delivered here, even if he's not here. So it's just filling up. With
he always has it as
like-
gear because it's part of a
or with-
subscription plan.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it. I
Here's
love it.
your
It's like
Scovlin.
it's like the milk delivery guy, but it's just like fine bottles of
Fine
scotch and
bottles of
brandy,
scotch.
and you have to like bring it inside real quick before somebody nips it. You know.
Mhm.
What a time to be alive.
Subscription services. Have you heard of this?
You signed up for Scovbox, where they send you a box of whiskey once a month.
Oh man!
What was
Think
it?
of all the
It's a-
points I'm getting.
I know. There was a whole thing in one episode like a ways back about like how did you come here from Scotland? I floated over on a cask of whiskey, like something like that. Like that was just like a repeated answer to the whole thing by everybody.
Yeah, that is Demas's take on it. Yeah, I guess whatever preparations we can do, and then I'd like to see if there's like any word on the street about more information that we can get on Lord Skurlock.
I'm sure there is. Who would you like to ask?
Ooh, Jewel, my blood dealer friend.
You think?
I mean, if there's a customer that wants to know a blood dealer, or I'm sure in the blood dealer circles. So yeah, Owen would say, I have a friend who is in the market as a trader for material that Skurlock may be interested in. I don't know if Jewel has direct contacts with Skurlock, but at the very least, they would know someone who does and might be able to furnish us with some information.
Sounds like a good idea.
Okay. I have an idea that I would like to pursue here. But I still think it would be good for you, maybe the both of you, to speak with Jewel.
All right. Is everything okay?
Yep. Everything's fine. I just, going into a manor with someone who has all the power, I want to come prepared, so I will be working on something
Okay.
that is not threatening.
Is lying to Maribel?
No, Ohm is not lying to Maribel. In Ohm's mind, this is not a threatening
Of
thing.
course. Yeah. Okay.
This is a simple idea that will not explode or cause any damage, or anything like that. So yeah,
Okay.
That's not our MO.
no.
Yeah. Okay.
I like how Maribel sounds like an exasperated mother.
Hmm.
Just trying to get through the next day is all. Ghost, would you like to come with me?
I'll come with you.
All right. We will go visit Jewel. Jewel?
Yeah, JUL.
All right.
And
Sorry,
is
I
this
was
one of
trying
those? Is this one of those things that like we want to role play this out, or do we want to say the visit happens and then we can like call back to it later during the heist?
I think that I'd like that. To like, if that's
So
possible.
we know we have that on deck as a flashback.
Yes.
Should we need it? Okay, yeah, that's right. And like everybody went to kind of meet with Jewel.
Like together then,
It was
yeah.
kind of yeah, okay. All right.
Okay.
So if we need to flash back to that, then yeah, everybody gets to go talk to Jewel.
Cool.
And I will
So Ohm's idea.
just so we have the pop up later.
Oh,
Hey,
cool.
there is now Jewel.
Hey, that's my friend. She's nice to Ohm. On some level, enough to be considered a friend at least.
That's good.
So I'd like Ohm to be working on I had a specific idea of a short range spark craft like listening device. Like
Okay.
you know, maybe there's some maybe some of this blood that I've got, you know, a portion of it or two portions of it are somehow linked, and when they're close to one another, you know, as sound hits the, you know, little sac, it vibrates and then it transmits those vibrations to another sac
Okay.
that's in like a cup kind of thing. It has to be close, but some kind of, you know, some
That's
kind of
not
listening.
Yes. So actually, based on things I know about your jar of fancy blood that you don't, yes, that is something that actually would be pretty helpful in trying to establish something like that. So is that something like you wanted to piece something together for the mission, or
Oh
something that you want to
yeah,
like? Do we want to look at like, is that something you're trying to craft as like an ongoing thing?
I was thinking as something kind of quick and dirty for the mission,
Okay.
but totally a good point that is probably more of a long-term thing and not something that I can have ready by the time of this mission. And I'm totally fine with like Ohm having started it, thinking that they are going to complete this task, and it's just not going to happen, right?
Right.
That would be totally fine in my book, but that's like where their head was at when we started to talk about this. Like, oh wow, they have all the power. I need to do something that would give me leverage later on.
Right. So yeah, I was just trying to figure out, it's like, is this a long-term project? Is this a crafting role, or is this an acquire asset? Is what I was trying to kind of puzzle through.
My apologies. Yeah, I would love it to be ready for this mission. So it would be a quick thing. And maybe it is a you know, acquire asset type scenario if somebody else already has it. But
Well,
if Ohm can make it, that'd be great. That'd be my preference.
this kind of sounds like it fits in the crafting stuff.
Okay.
The hiccup there is that crafting, like acquiring an asset, also takes a downtime action,
Gotcha.
which we
May
spent
I
a lot
spend?
last time, and you can spend a coin to get another. Yeah. So
All right.
actually,
Then
even if you're in a flashback, you can flash back to a downtime action as long as you're spent for it.
That's so cool. All right. I'll have that in my back pocket.
That's serious. I was like,
I'll
that
have
seems
that
like
in my
an
back
abuse of
pocket.
the rule.
I
All right.
like it. I like
Okay.
it. Because I have a coin. I have one coin. And if we need to, that coin will be spent for downtime. I love this. Thank you.
Okay.
That's what I wanted.
Yes. I will move the bookmark to the crafting page then, just in case we need that later. Okay.
Yes. Let me get that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, the books come out.
Crikey.
224 for reference.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh,
Yeah,
wait, there's a whole paragraph on page on vampires. I'm just going to read this real quick. Just kidding.
There's a whole playbook that if you had read it before, it would have explained a whole lot of stuff that's been going on elsewhere. But that's
Yeah, see, I'm not going to be that. I'm not that player.
it's the player facing book. That's anyway. What was I trying to say? Yeah, so you have there's time that either to do something or we can flash back to you having done a thing if we need to, and then it sounds like we're trying to go see Skurlock is still our score that we're
think
kind of
that's our-
aimed at.
Yeah, that's our score for the day, I think.
Okay.
And it's only 15 minutes, so it should just be like that,
Oh
right? It's
yeah,
gonna be
in and
perfect.
out,
Everything's
totally
gonna be
safe. Not sure there won't even be any clocks.
We're going to be done by 10.
To be fair, we're done early. I need to open up the book because things. How to heist.
Score, example, score, flashbacks, engagement, planning and engagement. There it is. Yes.
How to book.
So, yeah, page 127 for those following along at home.
Give me a second. It's gotta load. It's a big PDF.
The type, right?
Yes.
That's our
So
first
we have
thing.
to pick out the type of score, and then there's one detail you need that goes along with that. So the options are assault, which is to do violence to a target, and the detail is the point of attack.
No.
Deception, which is to lure, trick, or manipulate. The detail is the method of deception. Stealth, to trespass unseen. The detail is the point of infiltration. Occult, engage a supernatural power, and the detail is the arcane method. Social mission, to negotiate, bargain, or persuade, and the detail is the social connection. Or a transport mission, which is to carry cargo or people through danger, and the detail is the route and means.
I think
Social?
it's social, y'all.
Yeah, that's the cleanest fit. Unless we're trying to like trick him
We
out
cut
of
to
his demon
everybody
heart.
in a goat cart with Lord Skurlock tied up in the
No.
back. And
Yeah. You're
Just
just going to give us that one. This is like
Yeah.
Suicide Kings,
Mm.
where they've already got the mob boss, and the whole movie is what do they do with him now that they got him? No.
oh
it's
yeah,
not a
no, you,
Suicide
you
King.
yeah you scored him, but it's like then you do the engagement roll. It's like, how's it going? Like,
Yeah.
it's like bad.
Yeah.
Real bad.
Real bad.
not great. Not great.
So social media. What is the point of entry on that one?
For social, you need to detail the social connection.
So isn't this the detail? Don't we already have that?
Yeah, I mean, you've made your connection by like finding Roth and like sending this card to Skurlock Manor. Like you've already gotten a
Mhm.
response, right?
Yeah.
So, like,
Very
yeah,
polite.
So
Mhm.
by
Yes.
invite, we are having this social engagement.
you're having a
Mhm.
social score by invitation of
I
the
mean,
Lord of
technically, I
Skurlock Manor.
invited myself, and
You
then he
requested an
agreed
audience.
to
Yeah.
the yeah.
Yeah.
Like, who is this and why are they coming? They have 15 minutes of my time. Yeah.
I think that's the thing.
Oh, any hesitation to having Ohm there, Maribel?
No.
Okay, cool.
No, I think Maribel's more concerned. Well, Maribel is concerned about people acting a fool and making her look bad, but she doesn't think that's Ohm.
Okay.
She doesn't think Ohm's the one that's going to act a fool.
Maribel doesn't want to go hang
Of
out with a
little
vampire by
faith.
herself? Let's...
Say what? Oh,
Ye-
he has a lot of power in the city. Maribel's aware of that. Like,
Yeah.
fucking this up is not like
Uh,
not what Maribel wants from a personal and professional standpoint.
From a longevity standpoint, none of us want that.
Yeah.
Also that.
Yeah.
If you want an enemy who will stick around, vampires are the way to go. That's
I'm hoping not for an enemy.
okay.
So I also think, guys, that I think that we should just go in and ask for it.
you want to go in, Maribel. I have followed you so far through thick and thin, but you're thinking that this dude's just going to give the heart to us?
No, I don't think he's going to just give it to us, but I think that we don't need to beat around the bush. I think we only have 15 minutes and I don't want to sneak back into this gentleman's house. And I think that we should simply say that you have been locked into this thing with the demon and the demon heart's been requested. And oh, sir, how can we get that from you, please?
I like it. Let him know that he has leverage. Get him comfortable.
I mean, it's not my most favored play.
But it is straightforward. And this is maybe the time for us to be straightforward.
Yeah.
Ghost, do you want to be left here?
No. I'll behave. I promise.
You're the proof, right? Like you're the one who's like
I'm the
like
proof.
marked and everything.
Yeah.
I was like, you're gonna need. I'm like, remember, you're gonna need. He's not gonna believe you. He's gonna need to see what's going on with me.
I just have this feeling he knows more than we do.
I know he probably does, but
I'm gonna wrap up that bottle of scotch with like, I don't know, like the nicest paper Ohm has. You know, like not like, I don't think there's
The,
such a
the
thing.
least yellow newspaper that's lying around. Like,
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I've got to present this somehow. I know that's what you do with gifts. And I'm gonna
So-
use what I've got in
I'm
my
gonna wrap it in the funny pages. And then
well, there's a joke as they unlock, no, something, right? Something to help present the gift.
Ghost is actually gonna go up to his room and pull out his nicest dress clothing that he has had from his past, being that he is married to a noble woman. He just hates wearing it, and he doesn't like them knowing that he can clean up nicely, so he can look as presentable as possible.
so like how recent is that? Are those clothes?
Let's see. I've probably been here for like probably 2 or 3 years, so they're probably 2 or 3 years old. You know,
Okay.
he would keep them nice. He would try to keep them as nice as possible.
Yeah, it's not like Ron Weasley showing up to the winter ball in like the robes from the 70s kind of scenario. Like
Yeah,
yeah,
no, this isn't like his great grandfather's stuff that he's got. No, this is really, really nice stuff. You know,
So
intricate like designs.
that's what I was gonna ask. How does the design of it? How does the design of Taikarosi like formal wear compare to Akarosi formal wear?
So ours would be very up to the person's style. You know how some of them have an Arab type kind of feel. Mine has a very Pacific Islander kind of feel. You know,
Cool.
so
A lot of
kind of
red
like a
kind
lot
of
of
thing.
red, a lot of nice soft fabrics. You know, not like a traditional like tux and stuff, but it's still very nice, very regal. You know, being that I was married to a duchess, still gotta look regal.
Sweet.
Might be a fallen house now, but gotta carry
You've
yourself
still
with
got
respect.
nice clothes though. Yeah, okay.
Still got nice clothes. I just don't. Griffith he was a warrior. He didn't like wearing it, but he had to, and he doesn't usually wear it here.
Got it.
Maribel would wear what she would the same style of clothing that she would wear when she goes gambling. So,
Okay.
with all those highfalutin people.
Yeah. If everybody takes time to get dressed up, Ohm is going to do the same thing. Ohm is going to dress in their probably the white and blue number that they sometimes wear to the market.
Okay.
Like the really big kind of what is it? It's kind of like a long coat that's cinched at the hips kind of thing to accentuate shapes and all that good stuff. But Ohm is again very tall and would have their neck on display, with some jewelry hanging down and a big necklace kind of thing.
Cool. Yeah, then we are doing a social score. We know our detail, so we're going to get to make our engagement roll. Before we do that, everybody needs to pick your load. No, light is like stuff that's all hidden. Normal starts to be stuff that's noticeable that you're carrying it, and heavy is like me and my bag of tricks. So
Let's
something
see.
to bear in mind when choosing how you're coming.
On light.
Hmm.
I'm gonna do light.
Oh yeah, I'm doing light.
Okay.
We'll be fine, guys.
I don't like not having my duffel bag.
We'll be fine.
Okay. Then who wants to be on tap for our engagement roll?
Maribel, please.
Memo.
That
Okay.
seems fair.
How you doing, fam? How you doing, fam?
What's up, y'all? All right, let's do this.
All right. Start with 1 die for sheer luck.
Hell yes.
All
We
right.
needs it.
Is this operation particularly bold or daring?
I would
Oh, yeah.
say so. Yeah.
Is this operation overly complex or contingent on many factors?
I honestly don't think so. I think that we're just gonna go ask.
You're gonna go see the dude and see if he will trade you the thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest?
No.
Okay. Is the target strongest against this approach, or do they have particular defenses or special preparation?
I mean, that's our house.
And also like they know a bit about us, so I think that like
Mhm.
we're going in there with a disadvantage. Even if Jewel
Yeah.
spills a bunch of details, they know more than we do. So yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
So I'm gonna keep it at 2.
Okay.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
Because
All right.
reasons.
Maybe we're just so little on the totem pole that we're not important.
Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for the operation? I think we've already said
Yes.
we're gonna talk to Jewel. We got to die there.
Now, last game we talked to my enemy that might be a friend. Would that give us another die?
So I think we just get 1 from friends or contacts.
Okay.
Right, which we just got. But the next question is, are any enemies or rivals interfering with the operation?
I wouldn't think they're interfering.
Well, so I don't know, but Stasia is an apothecary in the city, and Stasia does not like Ohm.
Is
My enemy's dead.
Stasia involved in like does she talk to
I mean,
Skurlock?
Stasia helped the Lamp Blacks, right? I mean, Stasia was involved at some point during our
Yeah, Stasia was
discovery.
selling them here's your sulfur and your black powder and you mix them in this ratio to make your drink bomb. Yeah.
Right, right. So like I think that Stasia is hooked in and doesn't have a client. So I mean, I'm okay with Stasia being involved with this.
Okay.
Okay.
And are there any other elements that you want to consider? Maybe a lower tier target will give you +1D. Maybe a higher tier target will give you -1D. Maybe there's a situation in the district that makes the operation more or less tricky.
I think I really like our approach being so straightforward. I think that's pretty nice, and maybe it
Honestly,
would be like kind of a win here, because I'm sure that Skurlock deals with a lot of like conniving people, and for us to like come in and just be a straight talker might be kind of a cool boon for us.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean you've been around and you know like what the rates are like, and they're kind of jerkwads, but he talks to them. So yeah, he's involved with some people who are strange. Having somebody who's like, screw it, here you go. This is what we're up to. This is what we're after. Like, yeah.
I
But yeah,
think you might not realize it, but going in and just giving Skurlock information is not that is not what Maribel would normally do. Like,
Right.
like
Right.
Maribel does not like giving away information for free. So count yourself friggin' lucky, Ghost, that I like you.
Appreciate it.
So 3 dice.
Oh,
Um,
Ghost is like, Maribel, I don't think we're gonna get out of this for free. Trust me. I'll pay you back, or we'll be paying this back somehow.
Oh, you'll be paying us back, yes. So 3 dice, Mike.
I am probably supposed to dock you one because he is significantly higher tier.
So 2 dice, Mike.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
All right.
Do I have anything that can help with that? I thought I had something with a +1 die. Nope. Damn it.
Hey. Oh.
6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is we cut to like, the door, you're inside the foyer at Skurlock Manor. The doors are closing behind you. There's this guy who looks like a skeleton dipped in gray wax with like 4 hairs, in like a velvet like waistcoat and like a red sash with like a black eagle embroidered at the end of it. And this is Roth.
Mm.
And he is like if the booze was for him, because that's kind of what Hutch said, is like he likes brandy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he opens it, and I think Demas's stash is all whiskey, and he's a brandy man, but he's like, oh yeah, this. He's pretty excited about this.
Cool.
He's not particularly animated about it because he's barely able to move for the most part. Like, yes, oh, thank you. This is quite the gift. I appreciate it greatly. I'm sure this will be lovely.
Is he just old, or is he like being feasted on?
Unnaturally. Is he being feasted on, or is he being sustained?
Like,
Maybe he's being sustained with like vampire magics.
Anyway.
Yeah, I'm a tinkerer of medical renown now. Looking this person over, just to study them for a moment and take them in. Is this are they at like negative body fat percentages here? What's going on with this?
Negative body fat percentage.
He is like he's very formally dressed, right? Like he's got like the high collar and the long sleeves and the things. He's got kind of puffy sleeves, like his
his
whole
little
outfit,
lace that comes out and all that stuff.
Yeah, like his whole outfit is like at least 30 years out of date and like way from like a weird social class type of thing. Like it's a strange outfit for just like being out and about in the modern day. But yeah, it's like he's got practically no body fat. And it's not even like, oh, here's like a muscle. It's like here's like lots of little sinews almost, right? Like, it's like, yeah.
Oh.
He's like,
Oh.
you like you didn't braise the turkey leg, you boiled the turkey leg, and now it's just it's all tendon, right? Like,
yeah. Okay, cool. Then Ohm would say, as you know, what was his name again? One more time. I'm so sorry.
Roth.
I'll say, Master Roth. My understanding is that this is a quite potent drink. So I don't know what your normal brandy is like, but maybe take care with the first sip.
Like, oh yes, I'll make sure to take it easy and like really take the time to savor it. Now, if you'll come with me, I'll bring you into the salon, and the master will be with you shortly.
Thank you.
He's like, walk this way. Right? Like,
Ohm will like very briefly consider shuffling like he's shuffling and then choose not to. Like, no. Maribel gives me the no. Okay, I'll just follow.
I am checking out like just everything, just like because isn't it slightly decrepit on the outside?
Yeah, and on the inside, it's not a whole lot better.
Okay.
It's mildly better, but like this place is like old and not been kept up. Like there's like in the entryway here, there's like a big stairway that goes up, and in the middle of it, there's like this huge like it used to probably be like a real plush velvet banner with like the whole like the Black Eagle heraldry for the Skurlock family, and now it's definitely like got big threadbare patches and like it's been moth eaten and there's like gaps and stuff in it. Um, there's probably um, like where one of the stairways like curves around and goes up on the floor on the ground level. There's like a bucket because like
Mm.
it drips like
Yeah.
Okay.
from the ceiling. Like,
Yeah. Perfect.
but he
Grit,
takes you
Grit,
into. Go ahead.
I'm like, for such a powerful man, he really keeps his place in like.
Shh.
I'm just saying, this is like our shop is in better condition than this,
Walls have ears.
right?
Like
I
Maribel
think
is like eyes on the prize,
I
but
think as you
I'll make like these little like looks or comments like
Nearly like a mom brought in two teenage boys to social party. Oh,
like as you're saying that, walking down this like short hallway, it's like hanging up is like very detailed like scientific diagrams and like as the camera catches it's like you're having that conversation in the background. The one is like this diagram of like the inner workings of an ear, like
yeah,
just hanging there.
exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oma has stopped and is looking at that diagram. And like someone's gonna have to grab Ohm and gently move them along, because
cuz I'll do that. Like, cuz maybe later. Come on.
Yeah, there's like an ear, there's like an eye, there's like one that's like that diagram of like a flayed arm with all like the stuff inside
yeah,
it and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. But Roth leads you into like it smells pretty dank and mildewy. But it's a shocker in this place, right? Um, it's a library. Like there's like several like large high back like wingback chairs, with like dark wood hands on them, and they're like varying shades of worn out velvet kind of thing. Um, and then it's like a two-story room that has like the shelves full of books that go all the way up, and then there's like the rail at the top, so there's like the rolling ladder that like moves around the room.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And then on
Cool.
the side that's side towards like the center of the building, there's actually a railing to the second floor. So like the second floor looks down into this area.
Very cool.
I'm looking to see if there's any exits just in case this thing goes sideways that we can
Um,
easily get out.
there is the like the doorway that goes back to the main foyer,
Hmm.
through the little hallway that you just came in through. Um, there probably is one door in there on this level,
Hmm.
and then there's like a wrought iron spiral stairway that goes up to the second, where that left like
So we don't. So
ledge
this
is.
isn't like near a kitchen or anything. Like where theoretically where we could get to that river. Because last week I was able to be like, there's a back door to get to the river and to bypass the maze. Like, would I know where that's at with the information I got
Um,
from last week?
Let me try to pop us onto a different map here.
Ooh,
Maps.
I like maps.
Because if I'm gonna put all the fancy new maps into Roll20, I'm gonna use them.
Heck yeah.
So let's see. Skurlock Manor is actually already labeled on this map. It's about
Oh,
halfway down. It's on the Mist River along the
so it
edge
is.
there. Yeah. Right. So if you think about like you came in from the bottom of the map towards the top,
Okay.
the room that you're in now, ground level is on that south side of the building, and then the side that has like the
Okay.
door goes north, and the
Okay.
stairwell opens up to a ledge that is also like you would head north from there.
Okay. No. There we go.
Um,
All right.
so
So yeah,
Ohm would
so
like to glance just out of habit, like any
Mhm.
open books that are in this library, like on a dais that someone could like have it open and reading. Ohm would, if there is one, probably couldn't help themselves but to glance at what's going on there. If there is such a thing, that'd be great. If not, that's fine too.
yeah, I think there is like one. There's like a raised like one of those stands like I think of like the high school library in the school where like they had the stand that had like the giant ass dictionary on it kind of deal.
Right. Yeah. It's the stand
Yeah.
for the heavy book you would not carry yourself, but you do need to read through it. Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah. So there is on that north wall, along the wall, it's all bookshelves, right? There's a spiral stairway that leads up to a second level, and you can see there are more bookshelves up there. And then to the side of that spiral stairway, there's one of those kind of stands.
Okay.
With like a book that, um, if it were closed, it's probably like 2 feet wide by like almost 3 feet high, and like
Jesus.
probably like real thick. Um, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
there
If
and
I could
it's
just like,
open.
if I could just glance it, I don't even want to learn anything from it. I just want to know, like, are there drawings on it? Are there words on it?
Yeah, so
Anything.
it's a huge. The paper seems to be really nice. Um, no clue how old this book has to be. Um, you don't recognize what the writing in it is.
Okay.
It has like a big silk like bookmark that's attached to the
Sure.
spine at the top. It's between the pages,
Yeah.
and the top of one of those pages is like this whole like dis- illuminated like drawing kind of artwork thing.
Yeah.
Um, and you don't know how old this has to be, but the artwork in it is all of like someone in a forest next to a lake under the shining sun.
Whoa. Cool. All right. Thank you. That's
Yep.
that's great. Yeah, that was mind blowing for Ohm because never seen that stuff.
Yeah.
So awesome.
There's a sun that doesn't look like a crushed out ember. Like,
Yeah. What is this? What is this smudge? It's all yellow and bright.
how are there all these plants?
What are plants?
Yeah.
Plants.
How are they not trying to
think-
eat everything here?
That's so weird.
This guy's
I
just
think
out
I
in the
would look
wilderness
at,
and there's no ghosts. Yeah. Like,
Go ahead.
Maribel is sort of eyeing things around and looking for where the power position of the room is. Like, if I can see, like, is it like where these two large chairs are, or is it like obvious that someone walks kind of to a place and stands there? Like where's like where will the powerful man be standing or sitting in the room? I don't want to take that position. I just want to know where it's at.
like the real like if somebody really wanted to lord it over everybody else in this room, there's like
It'd
that
be,
little landing at the top of the spiral stairway where it does
yeah.
overlook the entire room.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Does it look like we're stopping in this room, or is he taking us on?
Yeah. Roth brings you into this room, and he kind of gestures. It's like make yourselves comfortable, and I'll let the Lord know that you've arrived. I'm sure he'll be here momentarily.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, good sir.
He kind of
Thank you.
shuffles his
Roth.
way back out of the room.
You know he's gonna take a drink of that thing and just keel over, right? Like,
Probably not.
I mean,
It's
I
either
would
he
be-
sniffs it and passes out, or he drinks the entire bottle and gets nothing. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah,
It is
Yeah.
one
like,
or the other.
My money's on the second one though. Like he ain't gonna even get buzzed off of it. That's
man, I tell you what.
like
Yeah, Oma is probably going to stay pretty close to Maribel, given that this is like her comfort zone. and probably really just like looking for guidance on where to be without any direction. Is going to be next to Maribel.
I would like to find the shadowy place that I can definitely see all angles.
So like a corner in the library
Yeah,
overlooking
corner
everything.
in the library overlooking, maybe not on the second floor, but at least so I can keep an eye out to make sure we don't get jumped.
Well, I mean,
Because
yeah, while you're here, you hear a door up in that second level open, like it, right, like somebody's up there, somebody's coming up there.
Please don't go up there.
I'm not. I just.
But down here, you can stay in a place where, like, you can see the entire room on this level, and you can see like the ledge and like the landing and stuff like that. You have a view of like the whole spiral stairway and stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand there. Just lean.
Okay.
Just let me know when you need me, Maribel.
Yeah. So I forget what all, Maribel, you said in the note when you sent it to him. Like how that was worded in terms of like, we have information or we want an audience, or if there's something specific. I forget if you framed it as like you having a specific thing in mind for the conversation, or if you were just like making an introduction and asking to speak to him.
I believe that I left it generic.
Okay.
Because at the time that I made the request, I didn't think that he was after our tech. So the request at that time was more generic because I thought we were just going to be talking about Ghost, which, God, I still hope we're just talking about Ghost.
Cool. Yeah, then there's like everybody gets a chill down your spine, and like the candles in the room kind of flicker, and there's like a little and like the drapes kind of flutter a little bit. And then like as you glance back up, there's like someone standing at that top of the spiral stairway. He's pretty tall. He's thin. He's gaunt. He has long white hair that just hangs straight down. He's wearing a long and elaborate, like brocaded, like red robe. That looks like it has a pattern of like the same like eagle iconography, like kind of embroidered over the surface of the fabric. But he kind of like drifts up to the rail, and he kind of like puts his fingers over the railing, and like the joints between his fingers like look really long. Like his fingers look longer than they really should be, and they're all kind of like gnarled, and like you can really see where the joints are and stuff. He's got like long nails, and he looks down and he's like, "Which of you was Welker?"
That is me, sir.
Ah, a pleasure to meet your acquaintance. I assume this is about your brother's debt.
Actually, sir, it is not. I don't speak for my brother. He is a moron.
Ah, well, I can understand not wanting to get entangled in the affairs of other members of family. To what do I owe the pleasure, then? Roth spoke quite highly of you.
Well, thank you, and thank you for your time, Lord Scarlock. We have a problem. My good friend Griffith, and I'll gesture to the shadow he's in, because that's what Maribel is going to do. My friend Griffith here has had an encounter with a demon that had his heart stolen by the wraiths, and we have been told that the wraiths gave it over to you, and we are simply asking if we could potentially get the demon heart back and what we would need to do it. You see, my friend's life is on the line.
As you're saying it, the little cat thing comes across the floor, like on the level you're on, and like goes up the spiral stairway.
We'll just be studying the way it moves, the machinations of it, and everything. like obviously fixated on the creature, not on the imposing like powerful creature in this room, but the cat.
You do see it
I'm
pause at the bottom of the stairs before it goes up, and like that puff of smoke that's inside like kind of concentrates on one side, like it's like looking at you guys, and then
Oh,
it goes back up.
oh. So the body is like just carrying this puff of smoke. Ugh.
fascinating.
Great. I'll keep
Oh,
my eyes on Skurlock.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry I interrupted everything while we were trying to explain to him what it was you were actually after.
I asked if we could have the demon, that he may possess the demon heart, and what we would need to do to get it, because my friend's life depends upon it.
It's like, oh well, that is that is unfortunate to hear. Um,
Indeed.
Unfortunately, it's an integral part of a project that I'm working on, a bit of a private pet project. I'm
Mm.
afraid I'm not really able to just give such a thing away. Um, thus, a lot of effort went into acquiring it.
Understandable. Is there perhaps something that we could do in trade? Or
I think he stops and like those like super long like pointy finger.
It's the power source, isn't it?
Do you actually say that?
Yeah. Yeah. Ohm says it's the power source, isn't it?
Ah, this this one is quite intelligent, isn't he?
he is Sir Lord Scarlock. This is Empty Ohm. He is a well-renowned tinkerer, medical professional.
Hmm,
About
yes.
medicinal professional.
Tinkerer of flesh. Yeah. Uh,
Say
I think.
tinker and and say tinker of. I said tinker
Yeah.
and.
No, I said tinkerer of. Yeah. No, that's.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. I'm like totally messing up all my buttons here in the background because I was trying to screw with something.
Right.
Uh,
Sorry.
no, my problem. Um. Yes. Yes. Very interesting. Very interesting. And like the big long fingers, like
Mhm.
Perhaps
like
another
gross and
would be a sufficient or perhaps even more appropriate power source for your pet project.
you're like, well, it would be difficult to find an equivalent power source to the heart of a flame demon.
Indeed. But MTO may have ideas on how those things may work.
Indeed, if I know the dimensions of the cavern that you're working with and the amount of energy you require, these are things that could help me determine what would be a suitable replacement if you were open to such an arrangement.
I think the cat kind of peeks between the bars up there at you, and he kind of like hunches down, and he has his like little vents in like the back part of his neck that just like vents steam as it's like facing you.
I
like a
mean no
meow,
Meow.
disrespect,
man.
but you, blue one.
Did it hiss at us?
I think so. It did not seem pleased by my notion. I uh, I
Well,
I can be flexible, of course. I'm merely exploring, talking out loud, and maybe I should stop.
Like,
I
oh
know.
well, it seems you've agitated my little compatriot here.
Our apologies.
Another difficult to acquire asset. Uh,
Mhm.
like you know, um, what am I trying to say? Uh, I think what we'll come across is that he doesn't He doesn't necessarily know that you would be able to come up with an equivalent power source for what he needs,
Mm.
right? He might be willing to say, if you could, if your tinkerer friend here would be able to assist in, I have other people who've been working on this project for me to acquire this power source, to establish a power source and work on this project. If your friend here would be able to assist them in potentially retrofitting another alternate power source, that would be a good start. And perhaps I have something else that you could do for me that would perhaps be an equivalent exchange worthy of the heart of Argaz.
Empty, how do you feel about that?
I think my only question would be, Lord Scarlock, is I understand that your timelines might be different than my mortality can allow.
Like, oh, no, I don't know what rumors you've heard. They're not, I'm not talking decades here. We're on the verge of a breakthrough now, but soon, if I were to release the Heart of Argaz, that would set us behind. And I'm not
Understood.
one who would be in a good position to be behind on this timeline. The ramifications of that would be potentially dire for me.
Indeed. Does work at a pace where they are quite good and like to make sure they have everything correct.
Yeah, I would expect nothing less.
Mhm.
But yes, if you were willing to undertake another task for me, and if Mr. Ohm were willing to work with my team here on site for a period of time.
I would certainly endeavor to satisfy your requirements so as to free my dear cousin here of his entrapment.
So I would like to ask what your other project is, sir, before we agree wholeheartedly to it.
The project that he's asking Ohm to help work on, or
The
the
other
other
one.
task that he has for you?
The other task.
Was an item that I had lent to an associate fell out of his possession, and I wish to have it returned.
I believe that is something we can do.
Lord Skurlock.
Maribel's eyes close.
This is gonna be good.
This entire time he's been
Genuine
quiet.
interest. Ohm turns. What does my cousin have to say?
Maribel's eyes, like Scarlett could probably see it, just like her eyes closed, just like.
Yeah, he
Do I
very
have-
slowly turns to face you, like, yes.
Do I have guarantees that my cousin will be safe under your charge?
Of course, would do me no good to harm the people working on my project.
Is he lying?
No, he's telling the truth.
Okay.
Because I will look at Maribel for any kind of sign of, is he lying?
Yeah.
Maribel
Like,
just gives
whatever he's working on, that he's had people working on, that the heart of this fire demon is supposed to like provide the power source for.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, this is something that's significant to him.
So I think Maribel, normally in these situations, it's like no, like one shake of her head, no, if they're not lying. And then I think she normally comes out and tells people when they are lying, but this is just like a shake of her head, no, he's not lying. Like, doesn't say it out loud, but
That's all I needed to know, sir. I appreciate it. I appreciate you giving us a chance to work for you.
yes.
By the way, he's been steaming the entire time. He's been trying to keep it, but it's like when Empty went up to bat and said, "I will work," and it's like empty. I know you're coming from a good place. Damn
Don't
it.
agree to stuff, buddy.
Is it sounding like this will take away from all of his time? Their time will be dedicated to
Yeah,
Skurlock.
he expects to work here with his team on site. They have accommodations. He'll be fed. He'll be cared for. But we're on a timeline, and he'll be expected to be here.
So out of character, are we saying that is not going to be David's not going to be playing Ohm?
I don't know, because it just kind of came to me that he's gonna ask to do this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Potentially, there's also the point where we're gonna have probably some kind of a time skip at some point in the future because we have to
Okay.
go from now to several months from now when Demas is out of prison. So
Mhm.
Oh, right. Okay.
there's some of that might be
So there's
kind of
that. Okay.
in there also, but
Okay.
he's expecting if you agree to do this, then very soon you would be expected to be here too.
Okay. We will need with us to do this other job. But then I believe your talents could be used.
Yes. There is the matter of our own timeline for the return of Argaz's heart. I believe that we have a mere scant days to save my cousin's life, and Lord Skurlock, I don't mean to attach riders on the agreement that we are making, but my labor comes at the understanding that my cousin will be saved.
He nods. Of course. Understood. I certainly want to free you up so you would be able to take part in my projects as soon as possible as well. So
Fantastic. And
our,
perhaps
our timeline is slipping as we speak. So
if we can do this work for you and get it done, perhaps there is more work in the future.
yes, I would appreciate that greatly.
As would we.
Yes.
Then a deal has been struck.
Certainly. And there's kind of black smoke up there, and then he's in front of Maribel, offering his hand.
Maribel wishes that she were Demas and shakes.
Yeah, he does
There
that thing
was a
where
moment-
he's got the real long fingers and they go all the way around, and he does the hand on top. It's like, a
Mm,
pleasure doing business with you, dear. He is cold to the touch.
I look forward to doing more business with you, Lord Skurlock. And I smile pleasantly.
Yes.
This is just a fun game for Maribel to play. That's all this is.
Is Skurlock
Other
taller?
people's lives on the line. That's fine.
Is Skurlock taller than Ohm or shorter than Ohm now that he's down here?
How tall's Ohm?
Ohm's pretty tall. Ohm is tall and striking. So
he's probably shorter than Ohm, but he's not a lot shorter than Ohm.
cool.
You have several inches on him, but not
okay. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Just it'd be neat I was just curious if Skurlock had was towering over Ohm, it would have been the first time for Ohm, So it's good.
Yeah, I think the cat thing is there between the thing again, and it kind of does that crouchy down thing in the vents
Yeah.
again, and Ohm turns around, just snaps at it silence. Right?
Oh, you mean Skurlock does?
Skurlock does, yeah. Sorry.
Whew.
I was like, oh shit.
Sorry. I'm getting characters.
Yeah.
tangled up.
Definitely curious to see its reaction to being commanded by Skurlock.
It straightens up, it doesn't run away, but it does straighten up, and it kind of backs out of that opening.
Yeah, I would imagine that Ohm would take a step away from Skurlock, like Skurlock expressing that with such power. Probably was I'll respect that and give that a pace. Just back away from that moment. So,
Maribel squares her shoulders, though.
Okay. When he turns back around, he does kind of straighten out the front of his robe skin. He's I apologize.
It's no worries, sir.
my compatriot's a little excitable.
I understand the feeling.
She
Like
comparing us
now,
to that thing.
Thank you so much for your time. If we could do the trade and get any other additional information for this job.
he's like, yes, and he like does that funny thing again, and then he's over at a bookshelf, and he takes down a book, then like back up into the middle again, and he has it like open in his hands. And there's probably a table there between like everybody can kind of gather around. That's like it's not like a coffee table height, but it's more like kind of standing desk table type height.
Sure.
Where he lays the book open and he flips through it until he finds page. It's like, ah, yes, here. And it's like, it's written in a language that, like, it's not the same language from the other one that was on the dais, but, like, it's sketchy at best. It maybe kind of looks like some of the stuff that you've seen around, like, the Red Sash School,
Okay.
where Hadrathi, like, old Hadrathi used to be, like, what arcane texts would be written in and stuff. So
Sure.
there's a certain resemblance there. But in it, there's an illumination on one page where it's a diagram of a mostly rectangular looking vase with straight sides with a whole bunch of holes all over it,
Uh-huh.
and a bunch of like lines and arrows and like markings to it in like this like language that doesn't make any sense.
Is this 100% the thing we stole from Bazo Bus?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
And you see the cat thing up on the thing, like just kind of like it doesn't do the like angry hiss again, but it does like
This is very interesting.
yes. An acquaintance of mine was holding on to this for me, and unfortunately it fell into the wrong hands on his watch. Like I need it returned. Return it to me,
Understood.
and we'll talk about the exchange and the services of Mr. Ohm. We'll finalize the exchange. Like he's not like right up bed. Still, yeah.
So is he suggesting that he won't give us the demon heart until he has this thing?
Yeah, he needs this back, and then he will give
Great.
you guys the heart.
And then I'll go to work for him after the heart is returned, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because there'll be some period of time of Ohm working for this gentleman.
Yeah.
Cool. Does Ohm betray the fact that Ohm knows what's going on? Like Ohm is not an accomplished liar, so I've just been keeping Ohm quiet, but like that's gotta be spooky to Ohm. So I don't know if there's anything that I would need to do to like not betray this moment.
Well, I think Ghost actually just said something out loud. So
no, that was the
Okay.
player. That was the
okay, I
player.
wasn't
But-
sure.
Yeah, no. But Ghost would have definitely looked at that and be like, you can see it on his face, like, this got really complicated.
Right.
Wasn't already.
Yeah, actually, that I look at this, like I do have a fair bit of resolve, so maybe Ohm is fine. I for whatever reason I had it in my head that Ohm was going to be sensitive in this moment, but I don't think so. I think that Ohm is kind of has the whatever it takes to just kind of keep a straight face during this moment, even though internally it's like
because according to the rules, I can do the thing that says like, yes, he cracks open the book and it points to the picture of like this thing that we've all already seen and we all already know, and you all break out in a cold sweat, giving yourselves away, unless you resist.
I resist.
yes.
I resist.
All right.
But I didn't do that, so we're not going to fill up the stress track. It would be nice for me.
Okay.
Great. Okay. And you said a friend lost it.
Yes, I'm afraid it was stolen while under his care.
Do you know who is in possession of it now?
I do not. I know it was replaced with a cheap forgery.
Indeed. Well, we will get to the bottom of this.
I'm confused. Maribel, are we like Ohm kind of turns to Maribel? Are we tasked with finding who has it, or finding who has it and returning it. Like, assuming that Maribel knows, Ohm is not asking Skurlock. They're asking in front of Skurlock, but like asking Maribel.
Maribel's understanding is that we're returning it, right? That's what Scarlet
Yeah.
said, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Returning
Bring
it.
me this, and then we'll
Mhm.
talk. We'll hand over the heart, and your friend will make sure that my project reaches fruition, and then everybody will go on about their separate business.
Returning it.
Okay. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Mm.
Then it shall be done. Or Griffith's life is forfeit. One of the two things.
Like, well, 6 of
If
one,
it
half a dozen
doesn't,
of the other.
if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Of course.
Ohm is going to look right at you, Ghost, and say, "It's going to happen."
Oh yeah, no, because
It's
he's
gonna
thinking,
happen.
he's thinking like, if they don't show up with it, then cool, I get to keep my power source. My project is on. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get this thing.
he's only got like a pain in the butt if like you guys do pull through. Like, what's
Yeah, right. Like that's the only problem.
Yeah.
Thank you then for your time. We will be allowed audience. Should we return with this?
No, certainly I'll inform Roth that you'll be returning, and you'll have you're doing some work for us. Yeah.
Fantastic. We do appreciate your time greatly, Lord Scarlock.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Roth will see you out, and he kind of like ink just gone. Like,
Cool. Maribel will just look at the picture for a moment.
While that's happening, Ohm is going to tie their shoe and place a listening device that they had been working on, if it is complete and in good order.
okay, yeah.
Because
Also, just take
the room where Skurlock does deals is the room we might want to listen to.
yes. So one, thank you, Giagros, for the donation.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
Thank you.
Hey!
Thank you so much.
Two, yes. So do we need to figure out that actual
Yeah, there's a rich in chat.
thing?
Yeah.
Like, do we need to craft the thing with the?
We need to craft. So I need to
downtime
spend the
action? Okay.
coin to do my downtime
Yep.
action to try and craft this listening device, if at all possible, in
Yes.
the time that I have. And certainly I'm going to spend the coin, make the roll. And if at the end of that result, Ohm does not feel like they have a working, concealable listening device, then we're not going to do it. But
Okay.
if I can, then I will.
Cool. Yes. Then I think it's a coin to get the downtime action. It's a
Yep.
relatively complex thing to do in a flashback, so there's probably one stress to do this flashback.
Okay.
And then we get to run through crafting creation questions.
Yes.
Ta-da!
Yes.
So yes, the GM asks, what type of creation is it, and what does it do?
So I envision it as like a very small, uh, maybe like a thin disc of metal that has been imbued and etched in demon blood, so that as the metal resonates just with sound in the room, it sends that resonance to a similar, brass coin that is etched in blood, and that there's that it's a one-way transmission, that it only transmits. There's never anything going back the other direction. And that the two of them are linked, and they have to be within a certain range. I don't imagine this is a long range thing. But specifically, within this house, or maybe in as far out as the street would
Yeah,
be
so
good.
there actually is one of the questions gets into stuff about the minimum quality level, and that starts to touch on like what kind of an area it will affect and like how far away from it you have to be in order to interact with it and stuff like that.
Sure,
So,
yeah.
yeah. So it's a small listing device. All right, cool.
Awesome.
Creation might be mundane, alchemical, arcane, or sparkcraft. And I know that you've got one of the like crafting.
Yeah, I have an
There it
artificer.
is.
So whenever I invent a or craft a creation with Sparkcraft features, I
Mhm.
get a +1 result to my roll. Yeah.
Okay. Good to know. So the player gets to ask, what's the minimum quality level of this item? The GM answers with the magnitude of the effects the item produces as a guideline. So to affect a large room from a stone's throw away, those are both like quality 2. So
it'd have to be a quality 2 item.
yeah.
Okay.
But that's also how long would you like it to work for?
Oh, right. When does it wear out?
Yeah, quality level 2 is something that would last for about an hour. 3 is a few hours. 4 is a day. 5 is several days, and 6 is a week.
Man, I'm already at 2 just to get the
Yeah.
thing. I guess. Oh, man, I feel like a day would be good.
Okay.
I mean, I would like more, frankly, but
Yeah,
I think less than a day is not enough.
it's going to get real difficult to start going beyond a day.
Right.
And even reaching
Right.
a day is going to be a stretch. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So how many is that?
That's 4. Quality
4 total. Okay.
Sorry, unless they're saying. That's what it comes to. Very significant effects of that too. I'm not going to deal with that one too badly. Okay, so GM asks what rare, strange, or adverse aspect of the formula or design has kept it in obscurity out of common usage. Where a simple answer is it requires that treated blood.
Yeah.
Right? Like
yeah.
that.
It requires a very specially treated blood that is
Yeah.
not readily available at all.
Yeah. Cool. And then the player asks, what drawbacks does the item have, if any? GM answers by choosing one or more from the drawbacks list or saying none. So drawbacks are complex, conspicuous, consumable, rare. Rare, right? Like this creation
Sure.
requires a rare item or material when it is crafted.
Yeah.
It has to be crafted with this blood that was treated by that gem called the Leviathan's Eye. So, yeah.
Yeah. And I've only got so many doses of that. I think I've only got like 5 doses or
I
something
think
like
there's
that.
like 4. There's a clock for it on one of the screens
Yeah.
somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Once you've invented a formula or design, you can craft it by using a downtime activity. No one else can craft this invention unless they learn your design in a long-term project. So
Okay.
nobody else is making this, just you.
Oh, hold on, pause. I have to invent it and then I get to craft it. If it's 2 things, that's fine. It just means that Ohm is in the middle of inventing it and I won't have it right now, which is totally fine because I know I'm going to be coming back to this mansion.
Invent a formula.
That's probably a downtime action. And then to make it is probably another one.
Yeah, sorry. Inventing is to come up with like the plans and the process for it, and then crafting is like you make one of it.
Gotcha. So I'm still gonna burn the coin, and Ohm will have started this project, but will not have finished the project because they will have spent that time doing this invention step. So I don't actually try and plant any bugs now, but I will know where I'm at in the invention process, and hopefully I'll get some time during downtime to get this part done.
Yes.
What is? Do I do tinker to invent?
Yes. It actually says most new formulas or designs will require an 8-segment process clock to invent and learn, but I don't know if
Okay.
this one is that huge. But it is fairly complex for what it is that you're trying to accomplish in terms of like the scale of it.
Sure.
So here, let's go look at the clock screen again, because that's always a fun place to hang out.
Oh, 4. I have 4 doses. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yes. So where's my thing to drop extra clocks? Clock. Tink. There we go.
I like how Ohm has their side. The masks and all the stuff associated with Ohm is on one side. Because there are so many projects for Ohm.
Okay. Yes. Then you can make a tinker roll.
Okay. It was controlled. I was in my lab overnight, kind of thing.
Yeah. We don't really mess with the like
Right.
position and effect because it's downtime action.
But bonus die, I do have a lab, so I have like all the supply or a workshop. I have a a well supplied workshop. Does that give me a die, or does that like
I think
mean I lose a
that
die?
increases your effect, like the actual outcome for what you get when you roll.
Oh, okay, cool.
Trying to find smugglers on hands, shadows.
Excuse me.
Workshop. Cohorts upgrade workshop. Your lair has a workshop appointed with tools for tinkering and alchemy, as well as small library of books, documents, and maps. You may accomplish long-term projects with these assets without leaving your lair. So it's actually like the thing that's supposed to enable you to do the project. But yeah,
Oh,
let's
fair enough.
let's throw in an extra effect level with that one too.
Okay. And then bonus die. I mean, Ohm would be kind of in a hurry, so I'd be interested in ways of speeding this up. Let's see here. I don't really know of anything that can help do that, so I think I'll just roll without any bonus die, because like a Devil's Bargain doesn't really work, I don't think, on a long-term downtime action.
Well, I could offer you the Devil's Bargain of like, it can have an extra drawback.
Oh,
right? Because like it already, you have to have something rare in order to make it, but like it's also like, yeah, it may be volatile. Like, there's a chance that because it's made with Leviathan blood that it's like having the batteries corrode is like way more dangerous than just having the batteries corrode. Right? Like,
right. Actually, that's kind of fun. We'll do that.
Okay.
Oh no! No. That's a bad idea. That's a terrible idea. I'm not going to do that.
I'm thinking.
No,
like,
I don't want to burn down Skurlock's library.
I was about to say, like, do we really want to have demon blood lithium batteries? Like,
Yeah,
do we
no.
want Samsung levels of destruction?
No bonus die. But great effect if it goes over well, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna submit on this. Oh, not so great. But I do get a +1 result because of my artificer stuff.
Right. I'm sorry. I was already way zoomed in on stuff in Roll20, and now I'm here on the overlay. It's like totally incomprehensible. So that's cool. That might help.
Okay. So I get a 4 instead of a 3. Is that how that works?
So you get a 3, which is 1 tick on the clock, and then we
Okay.
up the results to the next category, which was the 4-5 result, which is 2 ticks on the clock.
Okay, gotcha.
If you spend coin, then it goes up to a 6, which is 3 ticks on the clock.
Not gonna happen. For there's no coin to spend.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I like
Okay.
Jagos' suggestion of just use more blood. That may come into it later on.
Oh yeah, actually,
Just throw money at the problem.
we'll put a tick on that special blood clock too. So
Okay. Can we take a quick break?
yeah, I was going to mention that. I probably should have done that before we started trying to tinker with things. But yeah, we've spoken to Skurlock. We've gotten, hey, can you guys go do this thing for me? And we've got like a plan on listening devices. I kind of feel like once we finish that listening device thing, like maybe that's an extra tick towards like part of the communication part of the masks too. It's kind of
Yeah, I would
related.
agree with that.
Hey.
I would agree with that.
So, but yes, we want to take like 10 minutes, come back
Yeah.
on the hour here.
Dave,
All
are
right.
we doing a donation?
I
or-
don't think we're giving anything away right now because it's like our usual suspects in chat. But folks, obviously, please donate to the Bail Project. We are doing that all this month. So any donations there, which are now in chat, that will all go towards that project. And we thank you deeply for that contribution. And if we get to
Yes.
$1,000, I will dab for the first time in my life. So all good. And like Mike said, we'll be back at the top of the hour.
Cool. Right. See everybody then.
Yeah.
Bye.
Hi. How's everybody doing? Welcome back.
Rich.
Rich, you're my hero.
Rich.
We
You
love
are
you,
my
Rich.
hero, Rich.
You're the best, Rich.
I appreciate everything about you, my friend.
Oh my God. I thought, look, y'all, Rich has known me for a long time, and he has known that I'm not one that like gets into the fads, because I call them the fads already, like if I ever say the word lit or fire, it is ironic because I just don't, by the time I hear about it, it's gone, right? And so I've never dabbed, ever.
Rich is asking for a double dab.
Double dab? I did not say double dab. But I mean,
I
you
don't even
did
know what that
float.
means.
You did float 700, so I guess I better double dab on you, folks. Rich got me into Facebook because I was one of those like never Facebooker guys. I was like, no, I'm never going to do Facebook, and I told him a joke. And he was like, all right, David, I'm going to post this joke, and if I think it was like 5 likes on Facebook or 10 likes or something like that, you've got to join Facebook because you would do well there. And I was like, screw you, it's never gonna happen. And then it totally happened in like seconds. I was like, all right, fine. So Rich has got me into
Give me
all
that
the
dopamine hit. Yeah.
That's right. Give me that social validation I need. So here we go. He's getting me into another thing.
You got to make sure you move your mic for the
Oh yeah, I gotta, because I don't want to smack it.
right. You got to have it out of the way for this.
Yeah, there we go. It's further away from me. Can you
Still
still
good.
hear me?
Yep.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Fair enough. Okay, so real quick, I've never done this before. I really do like not know what I'm doing. It's like a sneeze, and then the other hand goes like back.
Yeah.
Right.
You're
Yeah,
cocking
all
it
right,
to your
yeah,
elbow,
yeah,
pushing the
yeah.
friend away to keep them out of the way. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Now let me cheat a little bit. I'm gonna get over here just so I can get like more arm in the shot. Right. All right. So yeah, for $1,000 going to the Bail Project. Rich, thanks a ton for that final donation of $700 that got us over the line.
And everyone
Shelfies,
else that donated.
Thank you for
all
everybody who
amazing.
donated.
Everybody, every like penny that went into this, everybody, thank you so much. This has been phenomenal. And now I will dab for the first and likely only time, let's be honest, in my life. Because it's going to be so cringeworthy. It's already cringeworthy that we've talked about it so much. So let's just get it done. All right. So pow, 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 pow.
Yes.
All right.
With sound effects.
Oh my God! All the youngins who watch us, I
Oh
need
my
you to make
God.
a video now with all of the
Some-
memes.
Someone
everything.
message John. We need John
John
on this.
We need
bad.
John on this.
John, we need a clip.
Oh my god.
Let me get into the community chat.
Rich, you are my undoing.
Oh, John changed
And
his
my rock. I love
We
you.
love
Rich.
you,
my hero.
Rich.
You're my hero, Rich. When I'm down in Dallas, I'm gonna buy you a beer, my dude.
Yes.
Like that is worth it. I will go wherever I need.
The sound
was the-
effects really
That
sold
was
it.
the
Yeah,
double
so-
dap, right? That was the pow pow, right? That was the thing to do. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Just
that's how you
making
do
sure.
it.
Just
Totally
making
how
sure.
you do it, David.
Yep.
I also have the 5-minute preamble recorded too. So, if we need it.
That was just me expelling nervous energy before I do the thing.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh man, it looks so good. So good in capture. And
Love
you
you too,
actually
Rich.
it was 3.5 minutes of you talking before we
Worth it.
Yeah. Rich. Definitely some beers to you next time with Rich. Oh, Jagos is publishing the clip. Oh my god.
Yes, Jagos.
Fast on the clip
Quickness.
draw. Fast
we
on the
can't-
clip draw.
Oh, Ethan missed. Oh, they did miss it. That's
Did
okay. It's there, ladies and gentlemen. It's there.
I gotta
Oh,
just
posting that
it's a
everywhere
short
as soon
clip
as the
too.
stream's
Yeah,
over.
it's a 20-second clip, so I gotta see this. Is it gauche to watch your own watch your own
clips immediately after they've been
yeah,
clipped?
is that bad?
It's
That's
weird,
not
but
okay to do in Twitch. Breaking all the Twitch rules. Okay, this is phenomenal.
We did.
Y'all are great. Thank you, Jagos, for clipping.
Yeah, thank you, Jagos.
Oh,
Did you hurt your arm?
No. Just getting that off. So yeah, I mean, obviously this is going to continue going to the end of the month, and so this is all gravy now, and just incredible. I totally didn't expect us to hit this certainly so early, but I'm glad it happened.
We get to raise our goal, and now what's our stretch goal to get you to dab more? Right?
No. We'll have to come up with something else. What's the other thing that I could do? The ice bucket challenge. Not in here. I can't do that in here. There's too many books. Yeah. I'd be so mad.
Between the books and I'll do the ice bucket challenge with this big bunch of electrical gear in front of me.
Yeah.
All of this. Yeah. And I'm on the 3rd floor, right? So it's I don't own this place. So there's all kinds of reasons I'm not going to do that. But we'll have to come up with something. We'll have to adjust things and come up with a new goal for the end of the month. See if we can get Rich. I'm coming for more of your money. See what I'm doing. There's a high kick.
I just have the screen grab right here. Are we playing a game? I don't know what we're doing, but
yes, we've accomplished our main objective.
Yeah.
That's becoming an icon.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do we do now, Mike? Mike, I don't know what to do.
I don't know. I think okay. Well, we did a score, so technically I'm supposed to let you guys have downtime actions. Because I'd kind of like us if we could get to a point where we could do another score next time. Because I know we don't have.
Yeah, because
I kind of want to get Casey the chance to get Griffith his downtime actions, and next time we have Milos back in, we'll have Maisley.
Right. But the next job or the next session with us is just Maribel and Ohm, right?
No.
Oh.
The next one.
No, we'll have Ethan.
Maribel, Ohm, Milos,
cool.
and Maisley.
I'm the only one that's going to be gone for the next 2 weeks.
Big op. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So we definitely need to get. I think it makes a lot of sense for us to get our obviously, Ghost, you need to get your downtime actions in, but
Yeah.
I'd love for us to start next session kind of ready to go and
Yeah.
take back what we've already done.
Well, yeah, it gives us time to think about how we're going to do that
Mhm,
as well.
mhm.
Plus, I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of like harm and stress and like a whole lot of like crazy stuff that went on with this session.
Right.
So it may be a little bit easier to do the downtime actions because you can focus on like, yeah, put it into XP, put it into healing, put it into whatever without it, having to
Mhm.
balance as much as like heat and stuff.
Yeah.
So that we can figure out where that needs to be though. Let me pull up the stuff so we can figure out like heat and end of.
Do we have to do the end of the end of the score and
Yeah.
stuff?
Yeah, we'll do the end of score stuff, and then we can try to see what we can fit in for downtime. And then we can do end of session stuff. So after the score, crew earns 2 rep per score by default. If the target is of a higher tier, take +1 rep per tier higher. So that is actually 4 reps so far.
Wow.
Oh,
So
it's like a
that's
big deal
nice.
that we got a deal.
Yeah,
Out of
it
Skurlock.
is.
that's
I mean-
nice.
That is cool.
That actually puts you 3 away from moving up to being tier 2.
Wow.
Which
nice.
is good because that's the higher your tier, the more dice when Divas comes out of jail. The less likely that he just comes out broken.
Right.
Right.
But do we feel like this is one where there's like a coin reward?
I mean, not really.
Yeah.
Right. I
don't
mean,
think
Skurlock's
so.
not paying us to do any of this.
No.
We showed up
Yeah, this
saying
is
we will
like,
do things for you for free as long as you
Yeah.
give us this
Mhm.
object. Yeah.
Cool. After a score or conflict with an opponent, the crew takes heat. +1 heat for a high profile or well connected target. +1 heat if the situation happened on hostile turf. +1 if you're at war. +2 if killing was involved. I think it's fair to call this smooth and quiet with low exposure.
Yep.
Okay.
Which starts you at 0. He is high profile, which gives you 1 heat for the whole thing.
Okay.
Okay.
FYI, that capture just went to Rich. Just
I'm so screwed.
I'm
letting
sure
you
that won't
know,
go
because I'm sure that's going to
anywhere.
go
Any-
professionally
never.
somewhere. So
Yes.
Yeah, that's not gonna.
No, Rich and I know we have a no tag policy whenever posting things to Facebook. So we're all good.
I mean, your face is covered. So.
Yeah, it's fair enough. But like none of our it's all good. None of the people we work with are gonna see it. I don't care. It's all good.
So heat is 4.
Ooh.
My stuff. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, hey, I don't like a 2 on a fortune roll.
No, that's on the
Entanglement chart.
entanglement one, so that's actually probably better. So,
Oh.
that gives me ones that I will look into for later to try to mix in for next time.
Wow.
And I think, yeah, that brings us back around to downtime. So yes, definitely Griffith. We want to be able to get you some downtime here.
I
So is
only
there
got
anything-
2 stress, so trying to see. I guess to help with the next mission, I would like to do some potential recon on the red sashes.
Oh, isn't there a thing where it's like you can acquire an object or acquire
Yeah, so one of the
Acquire
options
an
is acquire
asset.
an asset.
acquire an asset. So maybe you do a downtime to get us an asset that would help with the operation, whatever that is.
Yeah. I would like to, you know what? I want to talk to maybe somebody who might be able to get us into where the thing is. Where the little vase is, or maybe somebody who we can, because Griffith actually doesn't want to screw them over.
Yeah.
Right.
So he wants to be able to give Maribel and the group the best chance to either A, get in and get out without bringing any attention, or being able to find somebody who can talk to the boss, to give it up easily.
So can I offer another option?
Go ahead.
When it was initially stolen, I forget who it was that grabbed it, but like touching it was like weird and uncomfortable.
Was that their Ohm or Demas?
It was.
Yeah,
I
I
think it
forget
was
which one it
Demas.
was. I think it was Ohm because I think Demas went with Maribel because we did the like whole split thing where like you guys went with Boss Sabanis and
Oh,
everybody
yep.
else broke into his office.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
right.
it might have been Ohm that grabbed it initially.
I did touch
and
it.
it
That's
was uncomfortable and weird and like not something you want to be in contact with long term. So maybe acquiring an asset is getting something that's like is a container it can be stored in and like carried in and like handled safely.
Ooh, then you know what? I want to go talk to Ohm's person. What's her name?
Jewel?
No, the Takaroshi woman.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Ojek.
Ojek.
Yes. I would like to go talk to her and see if she might have something like that or know of somebody who has something like that.
Okay. Yeah, in the interest of time, I won't get too hung up on it, but yeah, her place is there in Silk Shore. It's up in the upper reaches. She's wearing something fancy to show off merchandise that the store has, the like stall has available. I'm not sure what that is off the top of my head right now. Yeah, and she's probably wearing like a metal like breastplate kind of thing, but it's like it's not necessarily like armor. It's more like fashion-y armor kind of stuff. But like
Yeah.
it's it's showing off something for the sake of like this like high-end like weird wares that she has available. But yeah, she'll like, I don't know if she's ever met you before, like you come and tell her like, hey,
I think
friends of
I've gone
Ohm.
one time. Yeah,
Okay.
I think I've gone one time, so she would know that we're at least acquaintances, maybe not family.
Okay.
But
Yeah. And probably like she talks to you for a couple minutes before she like finally like pulls your actual like full name back out from her head, like kind of deal. Like, but yeah, and then if you kind of describe like what it is that you need, it's like, yeah, we need a case that's padded and it's going to be like this big and this long and like heavy gloves for
yeah,
handling a thing. She probably doesn't have such a thing on hand immediately, but like she can get it for you.
can she get it to us within the end of the week? Type kind of deal. Like, can it be soon?
I don't think you have till the end of the week.
Yeah.
She can get it to
Right.
you by like yeah, come back come back tomorrow morning, like mid morning,
Okay.
and I should be able to have something for you.
Excellent. And let's see. Another downtime action. Am I hurt? Nope. Am I? Because I
Yeah,
overindulged last time.
yeah. I mean,
I'll
you
do
can
it.
always train and
Train.
take the
Yeah, I
XP.
think I'm gonna train.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll train.
Yeah, if you do
So
that in prowess, it's 2 XP. If you do it in one of the other two, it's 1.
I'll
And
do it in
you can put
prowess.
it in the playbook one also.
Okay.
Like if you were close to getting like another special ability or something, you can go down
Okay.
there.
We'll see. I'll take it out of prowess and put it down there. Just see what happens.
Okay.
Because
Cool.
if I do it like that, I'm only 4 away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Ohm or Maribel, do you guys know things that you might be working on here in your spare time?
Yeah. Ohm would, let me pull up Roll20 again. I had 2 ideas for Ohm's downtime. Either probably actually just working on the listening device, if at all possible, or healing myself, because if we're about to go on an operation, I probably don't want to be injured anymore. So
Yeah.
I think action 1, heal myself, and then
Yeah, because no matter what happens when you take this other healing action, you always get at least 1 tick on that clock, and you're 1 tick away from filling it. So that will
yeah,
definitely take care of your conditions here.
okay. So I will delete those things off my sheet, and then the other thing is going back and working on this device that I'm trying to make.
Okay. Yeah, that's another tinker roll, and then we'll up the effect level once it's rolled.
Okay. There we go. 5
That is
dice.
5
And
dice.
in the position, I just kind of clicked right through, so I didn't.
Right. So you get 3 dice.
Yeah, I have. Sorry,
Okay.
I have a tinker of 3. Sorry, I rolled a 4. Sorry, I was extrapolating immediately. I
Yeah.
rolled a 4, but I get a +1, so a 5 on the die.
Well, you roll a 4, which is a partial success, and then you get it upgraded to a full success. So you're actually going from 4 to
Oh,
6. So
oh, hey, awesome.
that
Oh,
is 3 more
okay.
ticks on the
Hey!
clock.
All right, I love it. Ooh, can I see the clock? Can you pull us to that map just so I can see
Yes. Yeah, I can.
how much further I have to go?
Here. This gets you past the halfway mark.
Okay. All right. Cool. Cool.
Right. That gets you up to 5 of 8.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Excellent.
Yep.
That is all of my time.
Cool. And how about Maribel?
Maribel wants to try and acquire assets. My thought is getting more information about the red sashes, something that I can leverage, or somebody that I can leverage within the red sashes. Because I also don't want to screw them over, but I also don't want to be indebted to another group. So trying to strike a balance of whatever that might be. So I don't know if I need to talk to someone or buy someone some cake. I don't know.
I'm trying to figure out if that's. It doesn't necessarily sound like you're acquiring an asset. It sounds like you're gathering information, and that's not something
Okay.
you would do in downtime, right?
Okay.
So,
Because it says a cohort, like an expert or gang, like.
right.
But that's okay too.
So you also have the thing where you get the 1 extra.
Yep.
Right. So I think if we wanted to say, like, there is that 1 extra dangling out there, and not kind of deal with that until next time, because knowing that I threw a cutscene on the end of last session, and knowing that Maisley's going to be there for the next one, I know that's actually going to have an effect on things.
Okay.
So I don't want to have everybody start spending their things for things that I know are going to go a different direction, but like maybe everybody else doesn't know what direction they're going yet. So
Okay. So do you want me to hold 2 actions or just 1? Or just the extra 1?
It's up to you. Like, I don't want you to feel like you have to spend them on things that may not come to fruition, when you definitely can spend them on things like training and things like that. Right?
Okay.
Like, there are direct things that will advance your character
Help.
in directions
Yeah.
without being tied into gathering information and things like that.
Okay. Then I'd like to work on my long-term project of teaching Zamira to slide.
Okay.
With just teaching her how to do the things with sway.
Okay.
5 4 4.
So that is 2 ticks on the clock.
And then you spend time in the training. Do we have? Oh no, we already have that. Reading the book. Sorry, very boring.
Yeah, so if you wanted to take train, if you put it in insight or resolve, it's 1. If you put it in prowess, it's 2. And you can put it down in playbook advancement. It would be 1.
Can I work my long term project twice?
Yeah. Are you working more with Zamira, or are you working on like the improving the standing with the citizens of Crowsfoot?
I'm about to probably burn the standing of citizens with crow's foot to the ground. So I don't know if that's where my concentration is at right now.
So no spoilers, but you know. So.
Okay. I'm just looking at this thing really quick because I don't need to recover. And yeah, I think I'll finish out the teaching Zamira project. Okay. 6.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Very nice.
Yes, Zamira
So
is
that
well
would
on her
have
way
have
towards being,
finished my other one. It would have completely finished it. Yeah.
Yep. Yes, Zamira's getting to be a little wily one. She's tricky.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good. And so because I think we talked about this. We gained something from that. Like,
I was re-listening to the last couple days. It definitely said I want to make sure that we attach something to the end of it so that there's like a reward to doing this,
yeah.
but never actually figured out what that was.
Cool.
So I may take another look through the cohorts section for the cruise, to see if that's Zamira being broken out into another cohort that's separate.
Okay.
And then
I also like her being the leader of the gutter snipes because that's the crew I want to use to get information.
Yeah. If she's a separate one, then she could have a specialty where she could be, I forget the name for it, but it is like, information gathering kind of slidey type things, right?
Gotcha. Okay.
Which I know is something that we were talking about for like that gang doing also, but this has been a focus on her. So
yeah,
I kind of want to hang that on her individually as being more advanced than the rest of the crew. Little Stev just wants to be in charge still, but Zamira, she's like, I know how to get this stuff out of these guys.
Yeah. Plus, we're grooming her, not him. So
Yeah. Stev is fine. He's gonna grow up to be Junior Milos. It's fine. He'll be good at it.
I like how the gutter snipes become like mirror reflections of ourselves once we find like someone who kind of reminds us of one of our characters. Like you are now mine. And then we're gonna infuse you with a bunch of dysfunction and put you back together.
I see myself in you, child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. And then I will keep that other action for
once we
next game.
Have a little bit more insight onto what's going on. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, then we can do end of session stuff, and then we can let David try to come back down after having the traumatic
after all that
experience
excitement.
of dabbing. We'll add
what a way
trauma to the character sheets for dabbed. Right.
Yes, incredible.
Level 1 harm.
Yeah.
Dabbed.
Did something new.
Okay. So for the crew.
Oh my god.
Oh, everything's slowing down on me tonight. It's great. Did we execute a successful espionage, sabotage, or theft operation? Yes, we did. Okay.
Yay.
That is 1 XP. So it is 1 XP away from earning another upgrade. Did we contend with challenges above your current station?
Yep.
Yep.
He
Okay.
is a
Yep.
level 4
Rich is
faction
full.
on his own.
Rich is already sending me memes.
He sent me one too. It's like, dude, you're getting busy. Really worrying me now. I thought it was gonna be
Love
all
it.
good, all cool in the gang, but I don't know.
Oh,
Okay.
Lord.
Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one. You were fairly savvy.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
Okay.
We both stood it. Yep.
Yeah. Did you express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew?
Very much so.
Yeah, I mean,
I think so.
we're pretty, like, as much as we each have our own thing, we do as a crew really try hard to keep each other alive and keep each other going. Whereas I think, like, there are definitely crews out there that should cut and run from someone
Mhm.
like that. This is kind of an internal moral compass of ours. I think it's good.
Yep. Cool.
I
Mhm.
should be dead. Most crews would have cut me out.
Been like,
Yeah.
too hot, buddy. See ya.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do what's best for the crew right now.
Cool.
Yep.
If
So
this
yeah,
becomes a problem with the red sashes, your ass is gone. I don't care. Sorry.
I'm sure Griffith could make a deal with the devil. He's made plenty already.
I don't know. Like, Skurlock is like level 4. Red sashes are like, what are they, like 3?
the Red Sashes advanced to 3. That's last time when I
Yeah.
was talking about them having more people. That's what that was. So.
Like,
Is Skurlock 4 or
Griffith-
5? I thought Skurlock was 5.
oh, he's
Yeah.
Skurlock's
Oh,
a 5.
4. Oh,
okay. I mean, he's a
The-
step
I
up.
think the Lord Governor might be a 5.
Yeah.
Mm.
Griffith has all of his trust in Maribel to get him through this.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see.
You should
right.
always trust your leader.
Yes. So the crew does get an upgrade.
Woo!
Either another special ability, another cohort, or 2 of these square upgradey boxes towards the middle of the character sheet for the crew.
So I'm curious. Because I know Ethan is always like real into this part, more so than I am.
Okay. Do we want to hold off on that until next time?
Well, what do you think, Casey?
I'm looking. When you roll entanglement, roll twice and keep the one that you want. When it reduces heats, we take 1 plus die.
Yeah.
That was one I was looking at. And then I also thought, what was it? Also, we should probably start working on getting a vault. Like, we're getting to that point where we're going to start doing jobs that pay a lot of coin, and instead of just heaving it off on us, which isn't a bad thing, but we also, we need to probably get a vault here soon.
Right.
But if you guys don't do that, Slippery or Second Story seem like to be the 2 other choices I got there. Because that kind of works in the whole we're trying to infiltrate, trying to be Slippery. So, those are, if we're going to do special abilities, those are the 2 I think we should take. If we're not going to do a vault, is those 2. So, I would be cool with either one of those. It's a flip of the coin at that point. Because it seems like we cannot stay out of trouble. But also, I would like to get that plus die and that extra one when we're doing infiltration stuff on that +1 die. That helps a lot.
Yeah. I really do think we're at that point where I could kind of see us doing a little bit more stuff on the layer cohorts, on the square side. Because like the entanglements seems like something that we really could use. to keep us from getting too much screwed over by our own actions and our own heat.
Well, they're
uh,
fairly mitigated as long as you don't go up in wanted level,
right. Okay.
right? Like that's
Yeah. Yeah. And the wanted does never goes away, right?
wanted goes down by 1 when somebody goes to prison.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
But the whole like the entanglement thing is you roll a number of dice equal to your wanted level on the column of that chart based on how much heat you have, right? So if you have a lot of heat, but you're only rolling 1 die or 0 dice, where you're rolling 2 and taking the lower, you're not that likely to get arrested.
Gotcha.
Whereas if you have 3 heat or 3 wanted and you're rolling 3 dice and you have to take the highest one on that table, you're a lot more likely to get arrested.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So, but yeah, it is something to keep in mind and mull around. I made a note in the character sheet for the crew that it's owed an upgrade, and Casey, that you were leaning towards Slippery and Second Story. So we had notes on
Yep.
it.
That
Okay.
sounds good. Then we
Cool.
can discuss it with Ethan.
Yeah.
Cool. Yes. Then let's give everybody XP for your characters.
Yeah.
Ghost, did you address a challenge with tracking or violence?
No.
No? Okay.
Um,
Styx, how about technical skill or mayhem?
I tried to, but I just didn't get enough. I didn't get enough success on my invention roll to do it.
Yeah. Maribel, did you address a challenge with deception or influence?
I think with influence.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Check one there. Did anyone express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
I did with
Yeah.
my fine dress and clothing,
Yeah.
and I don't know, make an argument of talking to Skurlock with the whole cousin thing. That'd be my other argument, but
Sure.
Yeah.
I think for me, meeting the upper echelon is one of my drives, for sure. My background, I kind of know all about this stuff, the elite stuff.
Mhm.
So those are my 2, I think.
Okay.
Is that cool?
David, how about for?
Yeah. Definitely Ohm, and like Ohm's kind of drive to like really put all in on keeping their cousin safe and rescuing their cousin in a way, and like agreeing to things without really understanding all of the trappings that could come with it, just because like it's gonna save my cousin, I gotta do this. Like
Yeah.
I'm doing it. So definitely like on the background and heritage front.
Cool. And did anyone struggle with issues from vice or trauma during the session?
the fact that I stayed quiet as much as I did, instead of just it's a struggle. Like my
You were
character was very
fighting
refrained.
because you have the like reckless or something like that going.
Yeah,
on.
I
Mhm.
wanted to.
Yeah.
I wanted to storm up the stairs and try to find it, and I was like, I promised Maribel that I would be on my best behavior.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Go for it.
I don't know if it was a struggle, but cold with Maribel, like
Oh yeah,
not
being willing to
wanting
like just
cut
cut.
Griffith,
It
and
doesn't work,
really,
and Griffith dies. So
yeah, really, it's trying to keep the crew together, but also like, when am I gonna cut Griffith loose? Because
Yeah.
this shit ain't worth it.
I'm not sure if there's going to be a point here where, yeah, this is
Mhm.
okay. I'm
Yeah.
cool with that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think Ohm obsessing over trying to invent his way out of a problem or to gain new knowledge, that kind of thing, like spending coin when he really didn't have a coin to spend, spending a bunch of time on this thing that wasn't going to pan out. And he probably should have known, or they probably should have known that it wasn't going to work out, but still, like, I can invent a thing and that'll give us an edge. I got to do it. I got to do it now. I think it was kind of in that line.
Cool. All right. Yeah. Then our end of episode cutscene is kind of pans across the cells in Iron Hook Prison in the middle of the night, where we get the view of like Demas laying in a bunk in this like crappy little mat, um, shirtless in a cold sweat. And you can see he has that tattoo where it's like a spider web, and it's the one from like Maisley's parents.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see there's like a black snake tattoo that's like running over almost his entire body at this point that looks like it's like tightening around his arm, circling that tattoo while he's laying in bed in a cold sweat in this prison cell. Directed by Dick Wolf. And music plays, right? Like that's
Oh god, Demon's is so screwed.
Demon's gonna die.
Demon's gonna die.
um,
Well, it's fun, Mike. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
thank you,
was
Mike.
fun.
we survived meeting Skurlock. It's good. Everything's fine. We got to
Totally
see David Dad,
fine.
and we
Yes.
hit our goal. So
Yeah.
yes,
Yay!
It was a
go
successful
go
night.
team High Shelf Gaming.
Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing.
Mhm.
I guess final announcements. Everyone, thanks a ton for tuning in. We're going to be back here again next Wednesday to play Blades in the Dark again with more cast and crew. And this weekend we're going to be playing some Cyberpunk. And we're heavily involved in Gen Con Online, getting events in and all of that stuff. So be prepared for all the shenanigans we're going to get up to for Gen Con Online. Ooh, we should raid.
Oh yeah, we're gonna
We
raid.
Oh,
talked
yeah.
about raiding.
Yes.
Because I think you had some folks that you
Yeah,
wanted
if they're
to.
starting to see if they're still online here. But the Cypher Unlimited live people, we're having an interview with Shauna Germain tonight. Who
Cypher
I'm
Unlimited
not sure
Live.
if they're still talking with her. She's
Looks like they're still live right now.
cool.
Yeah, so let me grab this nameplate, and folks, we are going to raid the Cypher folks, which is super fun. Cypher Unlimited, I should say. So I'm gonna turn on the raid gun, and you're all gonna check to join the raid because you're awesome like that. And we're gonna jump in there and feed them some viewers because we are all awesome. As always, everyone, have fun and play well.
May all your rolls be crits.
Pow,
Cool.
pow, pow.
Oh
Yes.
snap!
Oh, we'll see everybody later. All right.
Double dab, man.
All right, I rated.
Yes. So I'm still on.